This Uber driver dropped off this man and his mistress in front of his family house for his wife to see them. Watch this 3-part video to see how it went down.
All right, listen up, all you cheaters. If you live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you ever need a Lyft or an Uber and you get in my car, be forewarned. If you ever pull this kind of shit that this guy pulled today, you got the same thing coming. Today I picked up a guy. His wife and his kids walked him out to the car, said, "I love you, daddy," blah, blah, blah. So he gets in, he says hi, he goes, "I added a stop." I said, "I saw that." So we go and we pull up at the stop, and this lady comes out, and she's got a little bit of luggage, like a handbag and a tote, a small tote. She gets in and she's like, "I am so glad you finally got away from your damn wife." Okay. So then he kisses her, and it wasn't a "hi, how you doing" kind of kiss. And so he goes, "I changed our drop-off location." I said, "I saw that." I didn't know exactly where it was that they were going at that particular time. I just saw that it had an update. So they continued to talk and this, that, and the other. And she says, "I'm tired of you putting me off. When are you going to leave?" And he said, "I've got some things I've got to take care of. Let's talk about this later, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah." Keep in mind, I was about 5 miles from his house. So understand something. This is my car. I work for myself. I am an independent contractor. If I choose to end your ride, it's my choice. Uber's not going to fire me. Uber's not going to ban me. Uber's not going to get rid of me. If you are doing something crappy in my car, I have the right to handle it however I see fit. Well, things didn't turn out so well for him. I took him back to his house. I drove up and made him and her get out of my car at his home where his wife and his kids were. There was no other way this was going to go on. There is nothing worse than a dog. I don't give a fuck if you're a female or you're a male. Pull some shit like that in my car and you're going to get done like that. Karma's a motherfucker. Be better people. Do better in life. It didn't end well for him today, I'm sure, because both of them had their baggage and both of them were standing in his front yard when I left. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, and I hope you see this, you piece of shit. All right, cheaters, part 2, the big finale. All right, this is what happened. Whenever they were arguing or discussing in the back seat, they did not realize that I had turned around and I was going back to his home. I had already planned that the best thing for me was to end his ride. So by policy, I can end his ride in the middle of the freeway if I want to. But I chose to take it back to the address where I picked him up. I mean, it is what it is. If I choose to end your ride, I end your ride. But here we go. So when I pulled up, they weren't paying attention. I pulled up, I opened up my door, I got out, I opened up her door, and I said, "Get out." And she looked at me and she's like, "But what do you mean, get out?" I said, "Get out." Right then and there, he saw where he was. And he said, "Oh my God, no, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this." I said, "You get out too." And she's like, "Oh my God, we're at your house. We're at your house." I said, "Both of y'all get out." And at this point, they weren't listening. So I started yelling. I said, "Get out of my fucking car. Get out of my car." So his wife heard the commotion and she came outside. Now, but for all you people telling me that I ruined the kids' lives, I didn't ruin anybody's lives. I didn't make these choices that these folks did. They did their own choices. When I said that I took him back to where his wife and his kids were, when I got there, his wife came out. I did find out that the children had already been picked up and they were already at pre-K. So the kids did not see any of this happen. So let's get all of that out of the way. So his wife came out and she's like, "What's going on?" I said, "I don't know. Ask your husband and his mistress." And she goes, "You know what? I knew it was only a matter of time before I caught your ass." Then I knew she had some sort of indication that he had been cheating. I said, "I'm sorry, ma'am." And she said, "No, you did the right thing." I got into my car and I left. So yesterday I got a message from Uber that one of my passengers was trying to contact me. And if it was okay for them to get their number and give it to me so I could give them a call. They did send me the phone number and I did call her and I knew that it was her. I did call her and she and I talked. She did thank me. I said, "I'm so sorry, if I affected anything that was going on in your life." And she said, "No, I already had some clues that he was cheating. She goes, I just didn't have proof. And she goes, and you gave me all the ammunition I needed. She goes, I just want you to know that you're an angel. You're my hero. She goes, and I just want to thank you so, so much. So she did put him out. That she is filing for a divorce, and it's a wrap for him. She said it's the second time that he's done it, and she told him if he ever did it again, it was done. So that's what happened. That's the end of the story.
As expected, there will be reactions. Some people hailed her and called her a superhero for doing that. But others were against her. Some people called her a moral police. Some were like, why won't you just mind your business and do your job? And of course, from her body language, she's one to respond to the reactions. So this is what she said to those who reacted negatively to her videos.
Well, 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 it looks like I have a few haters about my cheaters video. That's strange. You know, some of them were guys saying, mind your own business. Don't cheat in an Uber car. Keep your shit private. Be a better person. And then a lot of them were younger girls that I'm only assuming were cheating with a married man. Look, y'all, if you think it's not my business what happens in my car, you got another thing coming. What happens in my car is my business. It will always be my business. And I'm always going to do the right thing. I will do a follow-up video. I'm not going to drag it out, so I'll pretty much just put it out there what else happened and how this is all ended. But as for the people who don't like my videos, don't follow me. How about that? Scroll past it. Don't put rude shit on my pages, because I'll get back with you. If you haven't figured that out about me yet, something wrong with you. Of course, unless I need to explain it with a number 2 pencil. But for the rest of you awesome ass folks, thank you very much. And like I said, I will do a follow-up video shortly.
So what do you think? What's your opinion? Is she right or wrong? Like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos.